Well, now Lisa's going to make some fermented bean pate. That's a fancy name for fermented beans. And look, any beans will do. Now we've got the cannellini, I can never pronounce it. Can you say it?
Cannellini?
Cannellini beans. Well, there you go. And they're actually amongst the very soft beans, like the butter beans. So that's going to give you a very soft and mild bean ferment. Normally I use the Bolotti beans because they're kind of like in the middle. But if you want a good robust bean, you can use kidney beans or black beans. And you can of course mix them together as well. So we've got the liquid strained out. So the strained beans will go into our blitzing cup. We're using our NutriBullet here. Okay, so just chop up 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. And you can just basically blitz them in there. You don't have to chop it up too fine. And a few little bits of ginger as well. It's really up to you how spicy or how mild you would like it. So what do we use a fermented bean pate for? Well, first of all, it makes an excellent dip, especially if you're going to make some of those lovely sourdough crackers. It's nice to have homemade goodies, especially when you're entertaining. Okay, what spices have you chosen?
Cumin.
Oh, the cumin seeds. Okay, well, so we'll just crush some of those cumin seeds in the mortar and pestle because I don't think they'll be blitzing in our NutriBullet. Just use your fingers. Alright, now it's best to add some of our water kefir, just a little tiny bit, to introduce those lactic bacteria into our mix. That's fine, yep. Do you think we should put a little bit of miso in? I've got some nice white light miso. Yeah. You can use that. Yes. It's nice when you have all this homemade food, you know. No one will ever make anything that you're making. It's all quite unique.
About that much?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Don't forget it does add a little bit of salt, but it adds sweetness as well. Yeah.
Yummy.
Well, let's blitz it and have a look and see what it tastes like. Now you can add a little tiny bit of water to it if you like, or a little bit of soy sauce. Just taste it and see what it's like. The consistency is a totally personal one too. If it's going to be for a dip, you don't want it too stiff, but you don't want it sloppy either. What do you reckon? In the jug?
A bit hummusy.
Okay, a bit like hummus. Yeah, okay. You want to put it in the jar, and we'll just leave that jar to stand on the bench because it's got to ferment for at least 24 hours or until we see the signs of fermentation. Oh, that looks like a lovely consistency. Now whatever the flavour is now, once it's fermented it'll become light with a little bit of fizz on the tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, any spices you put in there are just downplayed a little bit because the fermentation breaks down everything. including the spices.
Nice.
And just put the lid on and we'll leave it on the bench. We'll put a label on it too so we can remember what it is, especially if we're busy making lots of different ferments, then at least we'll know that's our fermented bean pate. Thank you so much, Lisa. You're getting very clever already.
Thank you.